Mexico is home to about 128 million people. It's a country full of contrasts, from bustling megacities like Mexico City to serene coastal villages. When it comes to tourism, Cancun is in a league of its own. Cancun and nearby places like Tulum attract 14 to 16 million tourists every year. And they all come for one reason: the amazing watercolor. When you think about a dream beach holiday, it probably looks like this. Mexico realized the value of this beauty and built a resort here in the mid-1900s, which started its rise to fame as a top vacation destination. This is Mexico's trump card, one that makes you forgive even the less than perfect service and sky-high prices. If you are planning a trip to Cancun, this episode will answer some key questions: prices, pros and cons, what to do and what to avoid. So let's dive in and explore Cancun in more detail.
¡Vale, mariachi!
Until the 1970s, Cancun was a small fishing village. But then, Mexico chose this area for a big tourism project, and it became very successful. Since then, Cancun has grown into a bustling tourist hotspot with large all-inclusive resorts, tall hotels, and loud nightlife. The United States has traditionally been the biggest group of visitors, making up about 50% of all international tourists to Cancun. Following them are Canada and Europe. Many Mexicans also visit, though the higher prices in Cancun mean that they often choose Acapulco instead, as it tends to be more affordable. A little break from the views. Tired of generic tours and all-inclusive resorts? Have a custom journey tailored to your unique interests, schedule, and budget, so you can actually experience the soul of a country, not just its hotel buffet. That's what I do. Get in touch, contacts in the description. Cancun's beaches are widely considered the most beautiful in Mexico. They truly stand out as the country's biggest draw for visitors. The water is so stunning that even the high prices and sometimes below average service are often forgiven by tourists. For many, Cancun's beaches represent the perfect vacation spot. If you want to visit during the best season for ideal weather and a fun atmosphere, plan your trip between mid-December and April. However, be prepared for higher prices and larger crowds. Cancun isn't the best destination for those looking to learn about Mexican history or culture. The city is primarily focused on beach tourism, and there aren't many famous historical landmarks around. This is the place for those who want to wake up with a view of this water, dine with a view of this water, and fall asleep to the sound of this water. Everything is designed so that you don't have to leave your hotel if you don't want to. And for many, that's exactly the kind of vacation they're looking for. If you're curious about seeing something more of Cancun, you might want to explore downtown Cancun, El Centro. It's not known for its historical charm, but it's a great place to try authentic Mexican street tacos and experience loud nightlife. You may have heard about Acapulco, another popular beach destination on Mexico's Pacific coast. It's often compared to Cancun, and while both are major resort cities, they offer quite different experiences. Cancun's Caribbean beaches are known for their beauty, but that beauty comes with a higher cost. Hotels, restaurants, and services in Cancun are generally more expensive than in Acapulco. In contrast, Acapulco offers a more affordable experience, and visitors often feel that the local interactions are more genuine. While Cancun's staff is used to tourists, especially Americans, this can sometimes result in a more commercialized experience. The attitude of the staff towards guests varied noticeably from hotel to hotel. You could end up with a downright rude receptionist, even at a hotel costing $800 a night. Another difference is the type of people who visit. Acapulco tends to attract more Mexican visitors on holiday, while in Cancun, Many locals come to work in the tourism industry, as the city is filled with businesses owned by foreign investors. This results in a greater number of expats in managerial roles, while the majority of the staff are local people. One of the biggest shocks for first-timers in Cancun, especially if they've travelled elsewhere in Mexico, is the price tag. Yes, Mexico can be very affordable in certain regions, but Cancun's hotel zone is not one of them. Budget hotels near the beach can cost around $300 per night, and luxury resorts may range from $500 to $800 per night or more. If you're staying for just 2 nights, the costs can easily add up to nearly $1,000, and that's before considering food and activities. Dining at tourist-friendly restaurants can cost from $40 per person. Drinks at trendy bars can cost $10 to $15 each. Taxis in the hotel zone are known to be expensive, so always agree on the fare before you hop in. Local buses are a more affordable option, but they may not run as often. Uber and Bolt are available in Cancun, but they often face resistance from local taxi unions, and service can sometimes be unpredictable. Safety concerns are a common topic when talking about Mexico, and you've probably heard about them 100 times. At one point, Acapulco even became the center of drug-related conflicts. It turned into a direct route for the entry and exit of drugs through the sea. This caused criminal groups to come in and impose their own laws, leading to violent events. Back then, it wasn't uncommon for 15 people to be decapitated in a single night in the middle of the street. In 2016, there was a major clash in the La Garita area of Acapulco, involving 2 very powerful criminal groups. One belonged to El Chapo Guzman, who is now arrested, and the other to the Beltran Leiva brothers, who are now dead. During those times, people were too scared to even leave their homes. Today, the kind of violent confrontations that took place over the last 10 to 15 years have almost stopped. However, the feeling of insecurity still lingers. I understand that this part of the episode might make you think that Mexico is a dangerous place, but that's not what I want you to take away from this. Traveling around Mexico, I never felt threatened. People were always very welcoming. For me, this means that a tourist here is no more at risk than in any other major tourist destination worldwide. Just don't try to buy drugs or weapons. Is that doable for you for a week? But the usual tourist scams are still very much a reality here. As a popular tourist destination, Cancun attracts people who may try to take advantage of visitors. Here are some of the most common scams to watch out for. For example, the bartender may serve you cheap drinks to get you drunk quickly. Then a waitress might recommend a taxi, and the driver could either steal from you or drop you in a remote area. If someone insists on a specific taxi, it's best to find another option. Always check your bill. If you're paying with a card, make sure to check which currency is being charged. The bill might show 500 pesos, but the waiter might enter $500 in the terminal. If you don't have online banking available, you'll only find out about this when you get home. We should mention corrupt police. In fact, even the police aren't always a guarantee of safety. For example, if you rent a car and get stopped by the police, they might start asking for documents you shouldn't even have. For instance, a receipt for some extra tax payment. Or they might suddenly say that you need special permits to drive in Mexico. Don't have it? Of course, you can pay the fine directly to them right there on the spot. If you don't have cash on you, no worries. They'll drive you to the ATM. Make sure to request an official receipt and never hand over cash directly. Not all police officers are corrupt, but it's always best to stay alert and protect yourself from scams.
Mangos, naranjas, cacahuates, platanitos dominicos, 10 pesos la bolsa, solo levante la manita, pida sus bolsas, no se quede con las ganas, señora.
there's a basic list of things not to do in Mexico. Firstly, don't be rude. Mexicans are very friendly, but they can be sensitive to bad manners. Always be respectful. Secondly, don't ask if food is spicy. If they say it's not spicy, it will likely be mild. If they say it's a little spicy, it's probably quite hot. Be cautious with your food choices. 3. Don't forget to watch your spending. In Acapulco, including the hotel and restaurants, I spent around $400 without cutting back too much. In Cancun, for the same weekend, you're going to need 2 to 3 times more. One of the cheapest hotels on the beachfront will cost you $300 per night, plus food, and in the end, you're looking at around $1,000 for 2 days. And that's without diving into the nightlife. So, is Cancun worth it? At the end of the day, Cancun is what you make it. If you're looking for a carefree week of beach relaxation, unlimited margaritas, and some nightlife thrown in, Cancun is there for you. It remains one of the most popular tourist spots in the world for a reason. The trick is simply knowing what to expect, planning your budget wisely, and staying alert to common scams. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit like and subscribe for more travel guides. Travel safe, stay curious, and turn those miles into memories.